Welcome to the ET197 lecture video on how to PLC counters, where we're going to cover the up counter, down counter, and the up down counter. Okay, I've opened up my Do More Designer and I've cleared everything out and we're ready to start programming. So first thing I want to do is go to edit mode, and it's going to bring me up this side panel here, which we're going to need to use. And let's go ahead and start. So first thing I'm going to do is put a switch in. We're going to call him X1, and I'm going to call him SW1, which stands for switch 1. And right and select. Over here we're going to go all the way down to timer counter drum, and we're going to start with a standard up counter, CNT, so up counter. And we're going to write that up, and we'll go ahead and stay with CT0. But instead of a preset variable, we're going to go ahead and put in 5. I'm going to put in a number. Okay. One thing I haven't shown, I don't think, is that every one of these that have this little red arrow will go right to a video. Okay. And so they've done a good job of giving a how-to on some of this thing. So I'm not going to show the video, but it is available. So let's go ahead. Looks like I have everything. Now let's go ahead, and again I made the wrong box. So let's go to the hourglass and nickname, and I'm going to call this counter 0. And again I spaced, and they put the underscore. Alrighty, so this one has a reset. So we're going to go ahead and use X0 as a reset. And now I'm going to call it reset button, reset switch. How about that? Okay, and we're going to use that probably on some other ones. So here we have everything. So let's go ahead and show how that works. So we're going to need to go to accept. Our bar is going to disappear. Write to PLC. Our blue bar is going to disappear. And let's save it. And I'm going to call it, oops, save as. Looks like I already have something else. So I'm going to call it counter 1B. Okay, so let's go to our, well, first off, let's put it in run mode. And this will not work unless our simulator is in communication mode. So I'm going to show you that in a second. So our status, and let's go down, open our simulator, bring them up a little bit. And we need to be in terminal mode, okay, or run mode. The terminal allows us to program. So let's go ahead and count. So this is a up counter, and I got a preset of 5. So we're going to count up from 0. Once it hits 5, we're going to get a done. And yeah, CT0 done, and we're going to have this light up. And there we go. So let's try it. Let's see what's going to happen here. So X1, we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got it done. Let's go to 6. It'll keep on going. Okay. When we hit X0, it'll reset. Go back to 0. And when we have the reset button, it's going to light the reset. Good. Okay, we're back, and I moved it to rung 2. Now let's go ahead for safety. Just turn off the put it in program mode. We need to go back down to our timer counter drum and select down counter. Okay, and we're going to take our preset. We'll make it 6 this time. So we're going to put in a fixed number. And again, I hit the wrong one. Let's go ahead and keep it in the right box. And so nickname would be counter space 1. Okay, looks like we have everything we need. So let's go to X2. Put another switch in there. And again, let's call it SW2. Good. Right, select. All right, now we have an operating switch, and let's go ahead and open contact. Let's go ahead and go to X0 and use our reset switch again. Oops. There we go. Okay, let's fire it up and test it. So let's go back to run mode. Okay, so let's accept. Write PLC. Let's save it in case it crashes. And let's bring up our simulator. And we're in the terminal mode. And we got X2. So let's go ahead and try X2 count. So there's 5. We're counting down now. So we're starting at 6 and we're counting down. So we'll continue to count. We have to do on and off. Once we get to 0, we got a done and a 0. And that's pretty much it. Okay, we're back. Now we're going to do an up-down counter. So we're counter drum, and let's do UDC up-down counter. And we need to be on our output. Oops, wrong one. There we go. And let's go ahead and set a couple presets up and down so it'll trip at these points. So 100's too much. Let's try 10 and 2. Those are good numbers. Again, they're fixed, not variables. And let's call this counter 3. And again, I'm not on the right starting spot. There we go, a nickname. Right, select, just like usual. Okay, we're going to get 3 this time. Okay, so we got an up, a down, and a reset. So we could go ahead and start here with X0, our reset button. And I think we left off at 3, so let's go ahead and make this X4. And I was incorrect, but we're still going to call that switch 4. Okay, so let's just call this guy X3. And SW3. Whoops. Okay. Okay, good. So let's make sure we're going to be in the run mode. Yep, left it there. So let's accept. Right. Okay. And let's go to our simulator and see if we can make this thing work. Okay, right now we're at 0. Okay, on our count. So we're going to get a 0, and since we're past 2, we're going to get a down done. Okay, so let's start going up. X4 is our up, so we're going to keep going. We're going to pass 2 is not going to do anything because we're going up. And here we're at 10, we can keep going, and we have our done because we're up. Okay, so let's go down and see when we cross 2, it should give us a down done. And it does. So let's go ahead and clear it back down to 0 with our reset button, and it's back. Pretty much it.